Good afternoon and welcome. Today is a special day for HAC, Central Pennsylvania's community college, and the HAC Foundation. I'm Dr. Ski, HAC's president and CEO. With me today are Jim Hone, regional president for PNC in Central Pennsylvania, Vic Rogers, vice president for workforce development and continuing education at HAC, and Dr. Lainey Carter, Vice President of College Advancement at HAC and Executive Director of the HAC Foundation. Thank you for joining us today. We will have a life-changing announcement followed by brief remarks. Media professionals will be given the opportunity to ask questions at the end of the news conference. I now have the distinct privilege to introduce to you a fellow Clevelander, Mr. Hone. Mr. Hone.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As Dr. Ski said, my name is Jim Hone, and I'm the regional president for PNC in Central Pennsylvania. And once again, Dr. Ski, I'd like to thank you and the entire team at HAC for having us here today. It is my distinct honor to announce that PNC Foundation is awarding a grant in the amount of $112,500 to HAC, Central Pennsylvania's community college. The funding will establish a 3-year initiative to recruit and train 36 low to moderate income Black students in the college's police and emergency medical service programs. Because of this funding from the PNC Foundation, the HAC Foundation will award scholarships to cover the full tuition and educational costs associated with these programs. PNC has a long-standing commitment to providing economic opportunity for all. And that has always been a key focus of our support in the communities where we live and work. More than a year ago, our nation experienced the most significant movement for racial justice and civil rights that we have seen in recent generations. At the same time, the economic challenges caused by the global pandemic were highlighting the deep systemic financial and health inequities that disproportionately affect communities of color. The convergence of these historic events caused millions of us to begin examining these injustices and to realize that our society is not benefiting all its citizens equally. It was apparent then, and it continues to be now, that each of us has a role to play in combating racism and discrimination, and PNC is committed to driving real change in areas which we can make the greatest impact. We believe this grant to HAC to help bolster opportunities for Black students in the police and emergency medical fields will help do that in Central Pennsylvania. The PNC Foundation grant is part of PNC's community benefits plan announced last April, which is inclusive of a previously announced commitment of more than $1 billion to support economic empowerment opportunities for Black and low and moderate income individuals and communities. This initiative brings PNC's focus on diversity and inclusion together with our long-held belief that education is a force for economic empowerment and social justice. Thanks to this collaboration with HAC, we will be one step closer to ensuring that our heroic first responders reflect the communities they serve. We are confident that HAC is the perfect organization with which to collaborate on this critical work. They are innovative, inclusive, and mission-driven. Importantly, they have the connections in our community and expertise to make the biggest impact. We look forward to experiencing the ways this program will change our community for the better. I will now turn it over to Mr. Victor Rogers, who will speak to the impact of this work from HAC's perspective. Vic, it's yours.
Thank you, Mr. Hone. I have the distinct honor to serve as the Vice President of Workforce Development and Continuing Education here at HAC. My division includes the Senator John J. Shoemaker Public Safety Center, where training is held for the Municipal Police Academy and the EMT programs. I want to thank the PNC Foundation and members of the PNC team for this grant. It is an especially meaningful gift that will give us the ability to address a real need within the communities we serve. A need to see more people of color become public safety professionals. For many, the worst day of their life is the day they need the services of our fire, police, or emergency medical services. We think it is important that when you're going through an emergency, that you see yourself represented in the first responders who answered the call. This is what this grant will allow us to do: engage and equip Black students from the community we serve to become public officers and emergency medical technicians. Additionally, the grant will have the benefit of providing a career pathway for those who choose these fields by providing a springboard for continued professional growth. We will now play a video that will reiterate the importance of this initiative.
My name is Chris Batten, and I attended Harrisburg Community College Police Academy program. I graduated 113th Academy class, and I'm now an officer with the York City Police Department. And one thing I'm always asked is, why did I become a police officer? Why, as a Black man, did I decide to become a police officer? Well, I didn't like the way I was treated as a Black man by the police. I can remember being pulled out of cars. I can remember being handcuffed. I can remember having my car towed, being talked to a certain way. I just didn't like it. I felt like I was treated unjustly. So instead of complaining and posting on social media, I decided to put the uniform on and make a difference. Harrisburg Community College is now partnered with PNC to offer low to moderate income Black students opportunity to pursue a career in law enforcement. It's a great opportunity, and we need more Blacks in the community to represent the community.
And now I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Dr. Lainey Carter. Dr. Carter.
Hello, I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. I am Dr. Lainey Carter, the Vice President of College Advancement at HAC. I'm also honored to be the Executive Director of the HAC Foundation. At this time, we would love to take questions from our media professionals. We ask that you please type them in one of two places. You can type them in the chat, or you can type them in the Q&A box, and they should be at the bottom of your screen. And we will answer those questions for you at this time. Thank you for the question, and I will read it. We have heard the system suffers from racism, and even Black officers are impacted by the system. What can you do to change that? Vic Rogers, would you please answer that, sir?
Sure, thank you. Having the unmute button it was an adventure this afternoon. I think that what we look at, Dr. Carter, and what this question alluded to is the structural racism that exists within our communities. And it's reflected in some of those public safety programs. So we're hoping that with the support of PNC and this grant, we can start changing that by putting people who understand the community in our communities, so that as they are interacting and representing, whether it be the police force or emergency medical services, they're doing it with an eye of, I've been there, I know where you're coming from. And I think that's important to address this type of issue.
Thank you. We have another question. How many students will be impacted annually through this initiative? And is there an expectation that this could continue past those 3 years?
I can answer that, Dr. Carter. Literally hundreds. This will allow us to absorb the cost from our EMT programs and our law enforcement academy, our police academy, in a way that really is meaningful and can have an immediate impact. We hope to also be able to just leverage the ability that these people will have going back in their communities and saying, I'm a part of this program, to get others engaged and involved, and to turn kind of a different eye towards those services when they come into the communities.
Thank you. The next question. Will the grant cover the full cost of educating the students' cost? Is there a requirement that the students chosen to receive a grant seek employment in HAC service area?
Dr. Carter, I will add this as well. No, there's not a requirement that they stay within this area. We hope that they will. Of course, their families and friends are here, and we hope that they bring that benefit immediately to our community. But it is just as important that they put that uniform on and serve the entirety of our Commonwealth. So wherever they land, we know they're going to represent not just themselves, but the training that they received here at HAC.
Thank you again. We have another question. Many Black youth have minor criminal offenses that prevent their being hired. How is that being addressed?
That's a very good question, Dr. Carter. One of the things that we started with the help of Bob Stakem, who's the executive director at our Public Safety Center, is we reached out to some of our school districts, and we want to have a public safety club that we start in the 9th grade with our students, so we can tell them that these are the barriers for employment and career development in those fields. And so these are the things that you have to avoid. I think what happens is often they don't know that, and life starts happening before you know it. They're disqualified from participating in these kinds of initiatives. But if we get the information to them early, we get them over to our Public Safety Center, we get, again, in touch, hands-on, letting them know the benefits that come from serving your community. We think we can alleviate or at least mitigate some of those barriers.
Thank you again. Our next question. Are local police agencies cooperating with this effort?
Dr. Carter, I feel like this is the Vic Rogers and Dr. Carter show, but I will gladly answer that. And it has been very instructive to us. The police have also struggled with this, the police departments that partner with us. There's been several initiatives that really resources weren't there to help send through to the end. And so we think that they're going to be overjoyed to have this opportunity to partner with HAC and PNC to make a difference within the communities.
Thank you. And I will take this next question. How are you getting the word out, excuse me, about this program to the Black community? Are initiatives in place to gain maximum participation? This is going to be a top priority for us in the spring of 2022. We wanted to make the announcement first, but we have absolutely developed a plan of action that we'll start executing when we return after the holiday break. And it will be grassroots. It will be throughout our service area. This money is going to benefit our residents in Harrisburg. However, as we know, Central PA is our service area. We have alumni who've already committed to helping us with this, and you will hear from some of them in our YouTube playlist. We're excited about it. So yes, we're going to have grassroots. We're going to have throughout Central PA. We're going to focus on the Harrisburg community. We happen to be the largest community college in the state of Pennsylvania. So we're going to use our massive network to really get the word out about this, because we want to attract Black residents who will know that there's a place for them with these professions and a place for them at HAC. Thank you for the question. Our next question, is this an outreach that would also seek to attract female officers? Vic Rogers?
Yes, really, we're looking for male and female officers. We think that they both bring so many significant talents to the job, right? Being a law enforcement or an emergency medical technician is not just how many skills that you have, is also the empathy, your ability to communicate, and seeing that person as a person, and again, the worst moment of their life. So we're going to be looking for male and female participants in this program.
Thank you. And we do have a question in the chat. The grant will go towards 35 students annually. And can you confirm the grant total amount again?
Dr. Carter, I'll take that one. Once again, we're looking for 36 very qualified students to contribute to our region. The grant amount is $112,500. And so we're absolutely delighted. And while I have this moment of camera, I just want to thank you, Dr. Carter, Mr. Rogers, and certainly Dr. Ski. If it's not also for the engagement of Harrisburg Area Community College and HAC's engagement with the community, this would not be possible. When we were first approached by PNC to get engaged with this broad effort, members of my staff brainstormed. We thought HAC was the perfect place to engage us, not only with your safety training forces, but your engagement in the community. So we couldn't be any more delighted to partner with HAC. So I just want to reiterate that beyond my opening comments.
Thank you so much, sir. Other questions? Thank you. In Harrisburg, it is important to help make youth aware of expungement procedures. Is this a part of your program, providing this sort of assistance so that they can pursue a criminal justice career? Vic Rogers?
Hi, Dr. Carter. It hasn't been included up to this point. It's certainly something that we are looking at. I sit on a statewide reentrant board, and that's one of the topics that has come up. How can we get people in a better position to take advantage of this? And I have to apologize, Dr. Carter, earlier when I said we're going to be literally looking at thousands. We're going to engage those. We know we have limited numbers to come to our program, so I apologize if I gave that wrong information.
Thank you so much. The next question. Will the full cost of the 36 students' education to complete the police and EMS programs be covered? That is exactly correct. These are full ride scholarships. Every single penny of their education will be covered by this generous grant from PNC. Tuition, books, and fees. Thank you for the question. We have another question. Does PNC expect other corporations to step up and follow their lead?
I'll take this, but certainly we would welcome other corporations to assist in addressing systemic racism, whether it be through this program or other mechanisms. We are all in this together. This is not an isolated incident. This is not something where we're looking for isolation and saying, the PNC Foundation is going to hire, not hire, but make this grant to HAC and hope all goes well, and we want to be the only one. Hey, if this serves as a catalyst for seed money for others to help on the same program with HAC, we would be delighted. If it's other programs in the broad community to give all of our citizens an opportunities to succeed and for their families and in life, that would be awesome. So, this isn't something we were isolated about. If other corporate companies and corporations are looking to help, we would welcome them with open arms.
Thank you so much, sir. More questions. And thank you so much for being here today to our media partners. We're grateful. More questions. Is this a one-year program? And Mr. Rogers, if you could talk about, so the initiative is a 3-year initiative, but if you could talk about the 2 programs being impacted in a positive way, the 2 programs we're focused on, Vic, that would be great. Thank you.
Sure. Our police academy and our emergency medical technician programs. So the EMT programs are, again, that's the first line in those emergency services. So when those ambulances drive up, those are the people who hop out of the back with their bags, prepared to give life-saving care at the point. Our police academy really serves all the police departments within our region. So it might not just be a Harrisburg Police Department where these folks have an opportunity. It could be in Carlisle, it could be in other places around that are within those distance. So The programs are really extraordinary. Our police academy, again, it is staffed and the instructors are from law enforcement. So they're giving them the very best tools and the very best guidance as they make their way through the actual program itself. The same thing with our emergency medical technician. It is professionals who lived the life of being in that field for a long time. And they want to make sure that the people who are putting on that uniform and going out there serving our citizens are representing themselves well and representing the profession. So nothing but professional services in those two. And we couldn't be happier with the quality of instructors that we have. So we look forward for those young men and women coming through our doors.
Thank you, sir. Other questions? Please keep them coming. When do people sign up? We are going to share with you in a few minutes, so your timing is impeccable, a web page. And at the very bottom of that web page, there's information about students, anyone who's interested in the Harrisburg community. We provide an email address for them to email us, and we'll provide them information at that time. So since you opened the door open, and I'm grateful, at this time, we're going to share with you our landing page. This is a web page that we've been created so that you can go to it. And we're going to put the link in the chat for you as well, so you can copy and paste that. And so this is transformative. You have the speakers from today's news conference. And you also have a news release. And you'll also see that we're going to post the news conference video. This is being recorded. And we also have the testimonials. You saw an amazing video. There are others. Please, please, please watch them. They absolutely reiterate the importance of this initiative. And then we have frequently asked questions as well. And so we are going to give you that link in the chat. We will do that right now. So in the chat, if you go to this link, you will see information. And then where it says at the very bottom, apply for a Fulbright scholarship. Please, please, please pass the word, text, email, post on social media. Please help us to get the word out about this great initiative. We're really excited about it. We want to change lives, something that we do each and every day here at HAC. And this is really, as we say, this life-changing. You think about, if you go to the testimonials, you will see a YouTube playlist. These are people who have real life stories of how HAC helped to change their lives. And we're so proud of them. And so please, please, please share this information. Are there any other questions that we can answer for you at this time? For our media guests, thank you for being here today. For other supporters, we're so grateful to you. We cannot do this without you. If you have any questions, and we hope that you do, please email us at newsroom@hack.edu, and we will absolutely get this information to you once you email us. And again, stay tuned for more information. We are going to be so excited about this. We hope to be able to update you along this 3-year journey. We do thank you so much for being here with us today. And one last opportunity to submit questions. You're so welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you again for being here. Take care, everybody.